With the way things are going, in the next 50 years, the North will be backward in education, Atahiru Bafarawa says. What are you saying? Is it not backward in education now? If you look at the 6 geopolitical zones, who is most academically backward? Is it not the North? Where do we have the highest number of school dropout children? Is it not the North? Where do you have the largest number of impoverished children that are used as amajiris, are used for terrorist activities? It's in the North. So why are you projecting it as if the North is doing better now in terms of education? They're not doing anything better. All these old men, they will just wake up and whatever enters their brain, they just say it as if they're talking to children. I'm sure all these ones is to be politically relevant. All this, they should go and sleep. The North is more impoverished than anywhere else in this country. And their people have been in power most of the time since independence till now. What an irony. What an irony. The Igbos, they said they cannot be president of Nigeria, are even progressing more in terms of all their business endeavors. So what else? The Southwest have been, and the South, and even the Southeast have been good in education, better than the North all along. Even Middle Belt, better than the North. So don't project it 50 years as if the North is doing better now. Why did good Lord Jonathan try to set up Amajiri School? It's not because of the number of impoverished and dropout school children with the dilapidated educational facilities. People go to school under trees in the North now, in this 21st century, and you are saying, my brother, better say something else. Former governor of Sokoto State and one of the chieftains of the People Democratic Party, Tahiru Bafarawa, has stated that with the way things are going in the country, most especially in the North, there is the tendency that the North will be backward in the next 50 years. The North is already more backward. It's even the center of poverty in the whole of Nigeria. The ex-Sokoto State governor was speaking about the state of insecurity in the nation when he made the statement. So while speaking with a Punch correspondent on Sunday, he said the operations of bandits and terrorists in the northern part of the country has made many states in the region to shut down schools. That's what they want. That's what they bargained. Since they cannot come out and speak truth to power, and they cannot tell their leaders enough is enough, and they cannot want train their children in such a manner that they will not be forced to go and join banditry. How can one person has 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 wives, breed 200 children, and you cannot even send any of them to primary school, and you are expecting peace in that area? You can't have peace in that area in that form. Nobody developed. You are only giving birth to criminals and terrorists. That's what they do. He said most of the primary schools in the North have been shut down and the students cannot return to school again. He said currently there are no primary and secondary schools again. He, however, called on President Bola Tinubu to pay attention to the issues before things get out of hand. Why didn't you call Buhari when Buhari was there? When Buhari was there, terrorism was at the peak, okay? Killing, maiming, destroying schools, kidnapping, all till now that's still kidnapping students. Why didn't you speak when Buhari was there for 8 years? You are speaking now to Tinubu. What a shame. Former governor of Sokoto State and one of the chieftains of the PDP has said this. His name is Tahiru Bafarawa. Okay, so that is exactly what he's trying to say, to tell us that the North is impoverished, the North is poor, the North is backward in everything, and the schools are shut down. Children don't go to school anymore because of banditry. And now he's calling Tinubu to pay attention to the way things are happening in the North before things get out of hand. Are things not out of hand already in the North? What is this guy saying? He just wants to be politically relevant. He wants people to hear his voice. And right now, what he said is not even relevant because the North is already backward. The terrorism in the North is at the peak, and it got to the peak when Buhari was there as president. So what did you see when Buhari was there? All of you are playing Northern tribe, Northern game. And now a Sultana is there. Tinubu has rigged himself to that place, and you want to speak to him as if you are politically relevant and you're saying the truth. keep the truth to yourself. The question is, how did you perform when you were the governor of Sokoto State? Eh? How did you? What was your performance record? What did you do? It was abracadabra. So let's see a few comments here. People are already reacting to what this man said. Which 50 years are you talking about? Northerners are backward in everything except destruction, which they take first, second, and third. Now, the Southeast is already backward in education, especially Imo State. The government has failed woefully. Corruption has killed education in Imo. Okay, someone ask Shetima and Buhari why they brought and sponsored terrorism in Nigeria. Exactly. To destabilize and make Jonathan's government ungovernable. You all northern people were happy. That is what you reap. There is always consequence for every evil action taken against fellow humans. So you people in the north don't deserve pity. One of your punishment for this action is backwardness in education for 50 years. Others will be mentioned later. I expect you northern people to attack me. This guy said, attack him for saying the truth. This is exactly the truth. The north is backward. The evil they created is what is haunting the north. That is it. And that is exactly what it is. It is only in education. Okay, is it only in education that the north is backward? In everything, on a sense of reason, not they here. Not they here. That is true. Because many of you leaders are selfish in the north. You don't even want them to be educated. Many of you found and formed all these terrorists that are, ravaging and looming this country. Example is Zamfara, Niger, Kaduna, but you want to gain favor, so you look for what to say. Exactly, purely exactly like I was trying to say. This man is trying to be relevant. He just want to be heard. He just want to be heard. Somebody say you are not sincere. The North, in terms of education, especially Northwest and the greater part of Northeast, are nowhere to be found in terms of education as at now. So why are you talking 50 years as if something is happening there now? Nothing is happening in the North. Okoro pagans, you are very boring. Okay, can you imagine? They're insulting themselves. Why are you insulting themselves now? You're not supposed to insult people. Someone is a myopic tribalist. Remove stealing from government. Show us real businessmen that made their money out of real hustling. You went to the east. Which part that doesn't speak or unable to speak English? You that they use your brain to write dictionary. What have you got upstairs with this jargon you wrote here in the name of criticism to Igbos? How is small thing. So that is it. Somebody say you don't understand what poverty means. The top richest men in Nigeria are from the north. Think about the most poorest tribe in Nigeria, Google it, and the most educated tribes in Nigeria, Google it. Now, so they are already redemptive measures is needed urgently. Let them redeem themselves. They have the highest number of politicians with the highest government money in their pocket. Let them spend that money and make the North better. So thank you for listening. That is what Tahiru Bafarawa is saying, that the North will be backward in education in the next 50 years. And we are telling him it's not next 50 years. They're already backward as we speak. And they were backward like over 20 years back. It didn't start today. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.